If Rio de Janeiro were just beaches and a statue on a mountain, it would have faded into irrelevance decades ago. Most tourists leave Rio thinking they've seen it. They've climbed Corcovado, they've walked Copacabana, they've taken the photo. They haven't seen it. But it didn't fade, and that's the part most tourists miss. Here's the thing about Rio. Instagram shows you the same angle every time, the same wide shot, the same sunset palette. And the international media repeats the same 2 or 3 frames until you think that's all there is. But cities are not landscapes, they're living systems. They have layers, contradictions, histories folded inside neighborhoods most visitors never reach. And Rio might be one of the most misunderstood cities on Earth. A city is not its skyline, it's what happens behind it. Today, we're going behind it. 7 places in Rio that most tourists never see, and that change how you understand the entire city. Santa Teresa. There's a neighborhood on a hill above downtown where the streets are narrow, the walls are painted, and the silence feels deliberate. Santa Teresa was where Rio's artists, writers, and intellectuals built a world apart from the coast. The old yellow tram still climbs through it. Studios and ateliers sit behind iron gates. Galleries open without announcement. This isn't a tourist attraction dressed up as culture. It's where culture actually lives. Most visitors associate Rio with the body. Santa Teresa reminds you it also has a mind. Pedra do Sal. There's a set of stone steps carved into a rock near Rio's old port. This is Pedra do Sal, and what happened here shaped the sound of an entire country. This is where enslaved Africans gathered, where Afro-Brazilian rhythms took root, where samba was born before it had a name. Today, every Monday and Friday night, musicians still play on these same steps. No stage, no ticket, just rhythm inherited across generations. Samba isn't folklore. It became a national identity. It shaped carnival. It crossed oceans. It's one of Brazil's most powerful cultural exports. And this is ground zero. Centro Histórico y Ilha Físcal. Most people forget, or never knew, that Rio de Janeiro was Brazil's capital for nearly 200 years. The imperial court operated here. Decisions that shaped South America were made in these buildings. Ilha Físcal, a neo-Gothic castle sitting alone in Guanabara Bay, hosted the last grand ball of the Brazilian Empire in 1889, days before the monarchy fell. Walk through the historic center and you'll find architecture that carries the weight of a republic being born. Before Brasilia, before Sao Paulo's financial dominance, Rio was the nerve center of a nation, and for a moment, the political heart of the Portuguese Empire outside Europe. Parque Lage. Everyone stares up at Cristo Redentor. Almost no one looks at what sits directly below it. Parque Lage is a mansion turned art school, surrounded by Atlantic forest, with a courtyard pool that frames the statue above like a painting you didn't know existed. Students sketch in the hallways, exhibitions rotate through the rooms. The forest presses in from every side. Rio didn't just grow into its landscape, it composed itself around it. Feira de São Cristóvão. Inside a massive iron pavilion in the north of the city, there's a market that doesn't sell souvenirs, it sells identity. Feira de São Cristóvão is where northeastern migrants, who came to Rio by the millions across the 20th century, rebuilt their culture inside the city. Forró bands play all night. The food is from Bahia, Pernambuco, Ceará. The accents shift every 10 meters. This is Rio as what it quietly is. Not just a city, but a summary of Brazil. Every region layered into one place. Urca. There's a low stone wall at the edge of a quiet neighborhood called Urca. In the evening, locals sit along it with cold drinks and nowhere to be. The bay stretches out. Conversations overlap. No one checks the time. Rio doesn't live in a rush. It lives in proximity, in shared silence, in the act of simply being somewhere together without a reason. In many global cities, public space is transactional. In Urca, it's relational. If you want to understand the tempo of this city, don't go to Copacabana. Come here, Mirante, Dona, Marta. Every tourist goes to Corcovado. Very few stop at the lookout just below it. Mirante Dona Marta sits at 340 meters, below the clouds and above the noise. From here, you don't just see the coastline. You see where the favelas press against the forest, where the wealthy neighborhoods end and the hillsides begin, where the contradictions of this city are laid out without filter. Wealth and informality, forest and concrete, celebration and survival. Few cities expose their contradictions this honestly. The postcard was never wrong, it was just incomplete. There's nothing wrong with the Christ the Redeemer photo. There's nothing wrong with Copacabana or the Sugarloaf cable car. The problem isn't the postcard. The problem is thinking the postcard is the whole story. Rio has intellectual neighborhoods and imperial ruins. It has the birthplace of one of the world's most influential musical genres. It has a market that contains an entire country inside it. It has a stone wall where people gather to do nothing at all, and that's the point. The world reduces Rio to scenery, but Rio has always been structure. Rio de Janeiro isn't a postcard, it's a perspective. So, which side of Rio do you want to see? The postcard or what's behind it? Tell me in the comments. And if this changed how you think about Rio, subscribe. We're just getting started.